Hey, SAF family, welcome to Church at Home. We are so glad that you're joining us today from wherever you're joining from, wherever you're streaming from, whether that's locally here in San Angelo or anywhere around the world. We're so glad that you've taken time to do church with us today. It's going to be a great day. And we're just praying that the message that you hear will be a blessing to you, will encourage your spirit. And we want you to know that this week, as a church, we're praying for you and your family, and we love you. God bless you.
Hello, boys and girls. How are you? I've missed you. Miss Angie misses you. I'm so glad that you came to SAF Kids at Home today. I'm glad that you came to join me, and I'm glad that we're going to have so much fun this morning. Hey, I have been seeing all the Facebook posts, all your color pages, and I cannot wait to see what you're going to come up with this week. Hey, but before we do all that, let's do what we know how to do best, and that is praise and worship. Today, we're going to sing Celebrate, and we all know the motions to celebrate. Now, when you see it on the screen, it's just going to be words, but you know the motions, so make sure your mom and dad and all your friends and family see you do it, okay? Also, too, we're going to sing King of My Heart, and then after that, I'll tell you what's next.
I wanna celebrate you. I wanna celebrate. I got joy singing in my soul. Turn me up like a radio. I can't keep it to myself, and I don't even want to. Tune me in to your frequency, running through every part of me till I become the song singing back to you. I got two hands
job, boys and girls. Good job doing praise and worship. That was amazing. Hey, but I have something even better. Do you want to go to Africa with me? Good job. I do too. I have a special friend named Outback Jack and his amazing ostrich that are going to join us as we go to Africa today. Are you ready? Come on, let's go. Hello, boys and girls. We're in Africa. Isn't it beautiful out here? Hey, have you seen my friend Outback Jack? Have you seen him anywhere? Can you help me find him?
I'm here. I'm coming. Whoa. Whoa, watch out.
Whoa! Come
Whoa,
back!
coming back. Whoa, one more time.
Come back!
Whoa.
Come back!
Whoa. Hi, Miss Angie.
Hi!
How are you doing?
Hey, can
Well,
you say hi
man.
to the boys and girls?
Why, hello, boys and girls. Outback Jack here. This is my friend Oscar, and boy, is he a quick bugger. Did you know that ostriches can run up to 45 miles an hour?
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and, well, so the reason why I was late, you see, I'm trying to find this mummy. He's somewhere in this vast Sahara, and I think I need some help finding him.
I know. The boys and girls can help us. They helped me find you earlier.
Boys and girls, where are they?
Here.
Oh, hi, boys and girls. Would you like to help us find the mummy? Well, great. And if you find the mummy, go, Mummy! All right, are you ready? I'll go this way, and you go that way.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
I see elephants,
I see a zebra.
lots of zebras, mountains, and some birds.
Birds.
Oh, do you hear that? I hear them shouting, Mummy! I think you found it.
Good job, boys
Yes.
and girls.
Excellent. Wonderful.
That's amazing. I know that mummy is a clue to our Bible story today. But hey, wait. You were supposed to bring the main point.
Right, the main point. Well, you see, the thing about the main point is, you remember Oscar?
Yeah.
Well, I was feeding Oscar because I love Oscar. And I
of
was
course.
feeding him ostrich food. That's what they eat. And while I was feeding him, well, you see, before I had the main point. And then I fed him food, and then, well, I've lost the main point.
Oh my gosh. Golly. Well, you know what, boys and girls? I guess. Can you help me find the main point? You can? Thank you. Oh my gosh. Let's look. Nope, that's a mummy. Nope, that's.
Oscar, wait, do you hear that? I hear them saying something.
What? What?
Oh.
Oscar has it?
Look.
Thank you. Thank you, Oscar.
It must have
He
dropped
didn't
into
eat
his
it.
food, and that's
Oh.
why he's got it in his beak.
Well, let's get it. Oscar. Okay, thank you very much. Boys and girls, our main point for today is God is my healer. Can you say that with me?
God is my healer. Whoa, careful, buddy.
Hey, don't forget to tell the boys and girls we have a video to watch.
Oh yeah, roll video. Whoa!
Bye, Oscar.
Whew! I was starting to think you got swept away in the sands of time. Maybe stuck in a sand trap. Or worse, eaten up by some quicksand. Whoa! Whew. But no, you didn't get wrapped up in anything like that. Get it? Wrapped? Like the mummy you found? Anyways, the whole mummy thing is super interesting. When someone died, ancient Egyptians would cover the body in a powder, wrap it up in layers of linen, and then place the body down into a coffin. Those Egyptians were trying to care for those who died. But do you know who cares for us the most? And can even heal us when we aren't feeling too hot? God. That's right, God is the ultimate healer and still heals people today. In the Bible, there was a king named Hezekiah. King Hezekiah was a pretty young guy when he first took over and ended up being one of the greatest kings of all time. Yeah, I said it. He was a goat, like the king goat. Old Hezi remained faithful to God, and because of this, he was successful in everything he did. When King Hezekiah was around 39 years old, he became very sick. And we're not talking like the case of the sniffles, no way. He was so sick that God sent him a message through a prophet named Isaiah. The message told Hezekiah to go ahead and get things in order, that he wasn't going to get better and soon he would die. So you can imagine this was pretty tough news to hear. The king wasn't ready to wrap things up quite yet. So he prayed to God and asked him to remember how faithful he had always been and how he always served God with his whole heart. Right after Hezekiah finished praying, God gave Isaiah another message for the king. This next message was quite the game changer. The message told Hezekiah that God had heard his prayers and, drum roll please, decided to heal him. That's right. God told Hezekiah that in 3 days, the king would go to the temple and then God would add 15 more years to his life. King Hezekiah was a little bit of a skeptic though, and was like, "Prove it!" He asked Isaiah for a sign, so that God would prove he'd actually do it. And without missing a beat, Isaiah offered the king 2 options. Do you want the sun's shadow to move forward 10 steps or back 10 steps? Hezekiah knew it was pretty easy for the shadow to move forward 10 steps, so he picked the other option. Well, challenge accepted. God made the shadow go back 10 steps, and the king knew he would be healed. Hezekiah decided to go to the temple after 3 days and ended up living for 15 more years. 15! That's because God kept his promise and healed Hezekiah. God has many names, and one of those names is healer because, well, God's a healer. You see, God really cares about us. He really wants us to be healthy physically, like with our bodies, emotionally, with our feelings, mentally, with our thoughts, and spiritually, in our relationship with Him. That mummy you found is a great reminder that God can heal any sickness we have. He may not always heal in the way that we would choose, but we can be sure that God is our healer. The best of the quest isn't over yet. We've got lots of ground to cover, and I can't wait to see you next time.
Hey, boys and girls, wasn't that exciting? We got to go to Africa. Oh, that was so cool. And of course, we got to see the ostrich. What was his name again? Oscar, you're right. Hey, but wasn't that cool? He had our main point. Let's just go back and look at that. Ready? Our main point is God is my healer. Have you ever been sick before? I have. Who has taken care of you? Yep, our moms, our dads. Yeah, that's one way that God heals us, by giving us people like doctors and nurses and family to take care of us. See, God doesn't only take care of us, but He can also take our sickness away completely, right? See, God can heal our minds as well as our bodies and our hearts. See, sometimes when our minds need healing, it's because we need to replace wrong thoughts with God's truth. And where can we read God's truth? You're right, the Bible. See, when we need God to heal our minds, we can turn to the Bible. But guys, we also need to ask Him. We need to ask Him by praying as well. So could you pray with me today? Let's all close our eyes and bow our heads. Dear God, we thank You that You are our healer and our provider. God, we thank You that You can heal our bodies and our minds and our feelings. God, we love You and we thank You because You are an amazing God. In Jesus' name. And everybody says, Amen. Good job, boys and girls. Our memory verse for this series and this week is, those who know your name trust in you. For you, O Lord, do not abandon those who search for you. Psalms 9:10. Now, I need you to repeat this after me. Are you ready? Those who know your name trust in you. For you, O Lord, do not abandon those who search for you. Psalms 9:10. Good job, boys and girls. We're so glad that we got to see you today. Guys, I just want to tell you, I am so proud of all of you and what you have been doing. Hey, but let me remind you, there's another color sheet. So make sure you get your crayons and your markers. I saw even somebody give me glitter. So get creative, boys and girls, and make sure your parents post it on the SAF Facebook page, and I can see all of your work there. I love you and I miss you. And remember that God is our healer. Bye, guys. See you later. Have a good day.